Good evening and welcome along to the playoffs of United League Reborn 3, presented to you by yours truly, Forgot10 and MixD.
Good evening.
This is a Trackmania United Forever match between Crazy Machine Chicks and the Motivated Offense. They will be competing for the third place overall in this competition. They both played in Division 1 Subdivision B. CMC took the first spot, TMO got second, and after the semi-finals, which both of the teams present in this match lost, we are going to play the third place decider. What are your expectations, Mix?
Well, normally I would say CMC have the edge on this, but it is a tricky one. I mean, there's Oxyde and Garfovsky, very strong drivers on TMO, and also I'm not sure CMC are quite as trained as we would normally hope for. So, really not sure on this one. It's going to be close, is what I'm predicting. We're going to have some tight, hard racing.
Yes.
Not from me, I should add, since I'm CMC2 driver, although I am actually driving the warm-up because that's just what I'm like. Are you driving just now?
I'm going to be driving Island, maybe Bay, not sure.
Because Bay doesn't count. Is that it's one of the maps that's been banned? If I remember correctly. Yeah. Yeah, so the intention is tonight that all 7 environments will be driven, even though only the first 5 actually count for the match result.
Yes, so we are going to play all 7 maps. 5 of them are going to count. CMC picked Stadium, although our Stadium lineup is not 100% present at the moment.
Missing in action.
Then TMO picked Coast. We CMC banned Desert and they banned Bay. So Desert and Bay won't count. The result will be decided over the other 5 environments. To sum up, that is Stadium, Snow, Rally, Island and Coast.
Oi, hey, hey, and you don't have the joys of Lanz's horn again? Oh, I don't get it. You know, some folk like to have horns that are in some way entertaining or amusing, and some people like to choose horns that are just annoying. Different personalities, I guess. Oh, I'm ahead of JJ on points. I'm feeling warm. I'm gonna do it. Can I call him Neko here? Neko. Oof. Maybe not. Not with that kind of star. Yeah, it's a tight pack of drivers in front of me, so it's obviously going to be some close racing, but also crashy by the looks of it. Who have we lost already? Not sure. 2 red drivers up front, Neko and Zooz, followed by Galba and Lanz. This is just warm-up, of course, so it's not necessarily indicative of what's going to happen in the match, but I think the CMC chaps at least will be taking warm-up seriously. For most of them anyway. That was weird. I'm not sure what happened to me at the finish there. Some kind of weird crash.
Okay, I'm sorry for being so quiet. I have my head deep in the admin stuff and everything. And we still haven't got Angelhard, who was supposed to drive Stadium. So apparently we're going to start with Coast. Our lineup is supposed to be Aru, Zooz and Neko. Let's see what TMO are going to field against us.
They have 5 drivers in at the moment.
We have 6, and one of them is actually you.
What? Oh, yes. Got it. I misunderstood.
So, if we're going to count the amount of drivers driving, we're obviously winning. As for how it's actually going to turn out, no idea, because we played this map twice and lost 0-6 both times, and last time I saw TMO play this one, they played Reven and they actually won this track. On this track, so it's going to be interesting. But last time we played against TMO on a different map.
Of course.
We beat them 6-0. And here he comes. My god.
I'm going to crush Oxide's spirit by being in front of him. Ah, it didn't work. Never mind. Well, maybe it did work. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. Alright, what's going on?
So Angelhard just said that he just finished the TM2 match and that he has another one at 2030.
Oh, Christ. Okay. Then should we just do Stadium?
Well, I guess we're already prepared for Coast and are not going to cancel it.
Okay. That is kind of nuts, but okay.
Okay, here we go. First map, Coast, ULR3 Doresaya by Galba. Morgi, Lanz and Galba against Aru, Neko and Zooz. And the lights are out and away we go, and Lanz already crashed at the very first turn. Zooz is leading but not anymore, Galba pulling ahead, going a bit wide, letting Zooz and Neko get ahead of him. Zooz makes a small mistake, but still manages to regain the lead. Galba is following them in third, but Aru is hot on his tail, but this is all pretty close at the moment. Anything can change because this is a tricky map and crashes can happen just like this. Galba has crashed and that puts CMCs into positions 1, 2, 3 with a big enough gap to 4th position. and they should just be able to save, which they do. Double 55 low, 56 low from Aru, and that is first round for us.
Wow, what a weird round.
Yes, and Lanz is already ruining his own statistics with the DNF after not deciding to respawn.
He had taken a jump at one point in the route, which is really not a fast method of getting through the track, so I'm not sure what was going on there. But anyway, we're off again on round 2, and we have CMC with a slight advantage at the moment, but of course very early on in the map. Lands with a crash, so he drops back. So the CMC lads in their glorious CMC skins have a good advantage, but Aru slides out. Still a CMC round, but it's close now. It could change. And Lanz with another crash, so he's not going to come back. Where is Morgi? Can he get do anything? Aru with a mistake, he loses some time, but Zooz and Neko, if they get this 1-2, and they do, but only just. Galba, 600ths of a second behind. Could have easily got into first. I was very tight at the end there.
Yes, it was tight between those three, but Neko and Zooz managed to keep their cool and make it stick. And already a 54 round from Neko. 2-0 so far. Into the third round we go. Let's see. Ooh, Galba crashing right at the very start now. Zooz is out in front, followed by Lanz, Aru, Neko and Morgi. And Lanz with a mistake. That puts CMCs into positions 1, 2 and 3. And I saw another mistake from... Ooh, this is really crashy from TMOs. I was expecting a much stronger performance. So at the moment it's Zooz on the world record pace actually, followed by Aru and Neko, and slightly behind them, I mean over a second behind them, Lanz, and 2 more TMO players. Zooz is dropping time. This is not going to be a world record, but it is 54.3. Still a good time. I think he's just showing off.
He might be. I'm not sure what's going on here. I expected a much, much stronger performance from TMO.
And actually a triple 54 from CMC. Go on, Mix. Sorry for interrupting you.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, this is odd. I mean, on TMO there's highly capable drivers. And I think they showed that in warm-up, but they just are they just not focused for the match? Seems odd. We're at the end of a league. Everyone should be battle-hardened, as it were, for match nerves. But anyway, Galba and Morgi are putting up a fight on this one. Lands with another crash, so Aru gets past them, and with Neko and Zooz out front, this looks good unless there's a disaster on this final turn. And indeed they take 1-2, so that's another CMC round.
Yes, and another 54 from Neko. That is a supreme performance. Something that we haven't seen the first 2 times we played this map. Should have got it last week. Maybe it would have got us a chance to get into the grand final. But alas, you can't change the past. And you have to live with the present. 4-0, CMC leading. And this is round number 5. Galba had a crash. Morgi is 5th, some way behind, and Lanz made a mistake. That means Zooz, Neko and Aru. Morgi passed Lanz, but had a small crash. Lanz is ahead of him, and they're just leapfrogging each other. Ooh, Zooz is sliding into a wall. That will ruin any chances of him getting a 50 for this round. Aro and Neko are still battling it out for the lead. But ooh, Aro crashed. This can actually... Can it go wrong? I think it shouldn't, with Neko winning the round. 55 low, Zooz third. Aru 5th, yes, 5-0, already map points on coast.
CMC with appropriate usage of horns there to enhance their recovery. Seemed to work well. Here we go, potentially the last round. This is a map point, unless TMO are able to stage a comeback. And they are at the moment in a winning position for this round. They have a 1-2, a 1-2-6 at the moment, sorry, 1-4-6 now. And Lanz with a bad crash, so suddenly CMC with a 2-3-4 in the winning position. For that, oh, Lanz is retired. So, that's, and Galba crashes. Well, so that puts CMC into 1-2-3. So they would really have to make an epic balls up to not win this round. Zooz sliding for the fun of it, maybe. And a 1-2-3 for CMC and a map win.
Yes, the curse has been lifted.
Yeah, this was... Coast was a TMO pick?
Yes, it was indeed.
That's bizarre. Oh my goodness. Yeah, too many admins, but
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to be spoiling the broth this time.
at least it worked.
Yeah.
So,
Let's see.
Stadium, second map, CMC map pick. Vince is already joining. That is some good communication there, I guess. They're asking for a restart, which will be granted, because we don't want to lose any extra time. I will put Angelhard into red myself. How do I do that again? ADM red?
ADM login red, I think.
Yeah, JJ did it for me.
Okay, it's maybe /team login red. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'd need to check.
But anyway,
Anyway, Stadium,
done.
second map, the one picked by CMC. It is ULR3 Cyclone by Snack, a young Spanish player. We are probably going to have Vince, Angelhard and Neko driving. To anyone who is not aware, Vince is the weird looking nickname which spells 20-100 for most of you, which is French pronunciation of his French name Vincent, which we, for convenience, just shorten to Vince. And no idea who is going to be driving for TMO at the moment. They have Lanz, Panoramix, Oxyde and Galba doing the warm-up. All of them are highly capable.
I think it's Zooz, Neko and me for Stadium?
Yeah,
Must be.
should be good.
No, I'm not driving it. Just like warming up for the sake of it.
Lanz is saying that he is as hot here as he was on Stadium, which means he's not feeling it at the moment.
As he was on Stadium, surely on Coast.
On Coast, I beg your pardon. Yes, a slip of the tongue.
No worries. I'm just trying to catch the chat out the corner of my eye as I drive. It's not helping my crashiness.
And
Anyway.
I still have my head deep into quite a lot of things.
So who do we actually have driving here
Well,
for CMC? Is it Angelhard, 2100, Vince,
And
who
Neko,
was our third?
because
Neko.
he qualified there. Surprisingly. Because
Unless there's a massive turnaround in warm-up, we do sometimes change our minds.
well,
Zooz, if somebody decides they're suddenly not feeling it, then you know, warm-up looks weird. Can be changed, but I think JumperJack complaining about Lanz's horn, probably.
well, Angelhard says he is ready, and let's begin.
Okay, better come out of.
Because
Better go
Angelhard
into spectator mode.
needs to win this map fast, because he doesn't want to be late for a TM2 match in 7 minutes. I think it's fairly doable. The map is about 1 minute long. Well, he will be a couple of minutes late, maybe.
Well, we'll see. We will see.
We will indeed. Also, hello Neko, who is joining us on the broadcast. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, and somebody, that'll be Panoramix, is lagging.
Yes, Panoramix is lagging as usual. So, Neko had a touch. That is Angelhard out in front, followed by Vince and Oxyde, and then Galba. Neko is 5th, Panoramix is 1.2 behind the leaders, and what is Lanz doing? Angelhard had it coming with that wall and dropped another wall. He's dropping positions, he's down to 4th. Is he going to come back? Galba and Neko, that is a massive double crash. Vince is still first. Angelhard, I think, is in 3rd. Yes, so provided that nobody crashes and Neko is able to finish, that should be a CMC round win. Vince with a 59, that is a good start. Come on Neko, yes, he finishes. 1-0, we're in the lead.
And we did need Neko to finish. It could have been a draw round there if he hadn't, but we got there, and Vince putting in a solid performance there. Was a little worried about his consistency, having seen some warm-up in quali, but he's put in a 59 there. Good job, and we are off on round 2. And at the moment, CMC with a slight advantage with a 2-3-4 positions. As we see the brake lights from Galba, this of course is running on Crazy Machine Chick's enhanced server, so we see some of the nice effects like brake lights and driver's head wobbling and steering and suspension. But anyway, CMC 2-3-4 still. Panoramix crashes, I think, very hard to tell with the amount of lag that he has. But this should be safe for CMC. Although Oxyde puts in a nice time, 59.59. But he's going to need backup from his teammates if they need to get some rounds points.
Yes.
2-0.
A strong round from Oxyde, 59.59, but with 2 of his teammates crashing and CMC's bringing home 100 lows, it is another round in the bag of CMC drivers. Round 3, Angelhard is first at the moment, closely followed by Oxyde and Panoramix, but Neko is getting himself into second. Oh, I accidentally switched to Panoramix's view, that was not a good idea. Anyway, Angelhard still out in front from Vince, from Oxyde and Galba. Neko is dropping down to 5th at the moment. Pano is a bit too far back, and Oxyde had a crash and Galba had a crash, so that is A comfortable 1-2-3 for CMC at the moment, followed by Oxyde and 2 more TMO drivers. Can they make it? Yes, they can. A double 59, just 1/100th of a second separating Angelhard and Vince. This was a convincing round from CMC.
Yeah, still some good times from TMO though. I mean, they're putting up a fight. But in that round it wasn't quite enough. We're at 3-0 for CMC, and I think we have lost Panoramix. Seems to be a little bit behind. Oh, no, he's not. It was just his lag. My bad. So at the moment, a CMC round, although we do have Oxyde in there fighting, who could potentially take a first, but it wouldn't be enough. I mean, in positions 1, 5, 6, that still would be a loss. But Neko has had a crash. So now Neko is taking the last position, and that alone is not quite enough. He goes past Galba, but CMC still with a 1-2 would be able to take it, but Oxyde is closing in. Can he do something on the last turn? Any mistakes? No. CMC with a 1-2. Take another point, and it's 4-0.
Yes, Angelhard, man on a mission with another 59, dropping it down to .72. He is really motivated to finish it as soon as possible. Round number 5. We have Vince leading on the points with 21, 19 for Angelhard. The French guys are chatting about something. Lanz saying Romania is a beautiful country. Anyways, CMCs are in positions 1, 2, 3, closely followed by Galba and Oxyde, and Vince must have had a touch with that wall. He dropped down to 5th. Neko still leading from Galba from Angelhard. But Oxyde is an Neko, I beg your pardon, crashed. What is that spelling for us? That should be, in theory, a CMC round win, provided nobody else crashes. Angelhard with a 59. 4th and 5th for Vince and Neko. Yes, 11-10, but it is a round win. 5-0 map point.
Yeah, CMC going crashy, but getting away with it this time. It was a 10-11 round, so any change of positions could have changed that. And we have lost Panoramix, has dropped back a little bit, not much. But again, Angelhard and Vince are 2100 out front. 1-2 would be enough, but Galba is chasing hard. He's going to try to get past Neko. Oh, but Neko with a good line there. Has some good speed, and he's threatening. He does go past Angelhard even. Galba mixing it up. Gets in front momentarily, but can't keep it. Now it's time for Oxyde to make a challenge. He challenges Neko and succeeds. Now he's closing in on Angelhard and Vince, and he's got better speed. He's going to go past Vince here by the looks of it. It's a very tight line. Neko with some impressive speed at the end. Oxyde managed to take it with exactly the same time as Neko, but Trackmania says, no, I'm going to give Oxyde the point there. And I'll note, Oxyde does in fact have the fastest time in that map, 59.59. Is that why Trackmania gave him the point? I don't know. That's one of the theories. Anyway, 6-0 for CMC, and we say goodbye to Angelhard. He's off to his Trackmania 2 match.
Yes.
Looks like we're doing coast again.
Did I even take a screenshot? Need to check.
You'll have it on YouTube at least, I suppose. That's
most likely. Yes, I did take the screenshot for Stadium. That is good news. I am happy. And it looks like we're going to play Snow. And I'm expecting a lot more fight from our opposition.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. But then again, I expected it on Coast as well. So, we'll see. I think Alpine, I'm expecting a lot of crashes. Is what I'm expecting from this Alpine map.
Yes, indeed. This is probably going to be crashy. Oxyde telling Zooz not to forget about a cut at the start, which had been fixed obviously. But that was a ridiculous cut where you had to jump through a very narrow gap between the tubes. So, anyway, map number 3, Snow, ULR3 Pills by Clément. Or should we just call him Clem?
Probably go with Clem, seems easier.
We already played this track against TMO. Last time we won 6-4. But I'm not sure it's going to go the same way this time. Because man, I don't actually remember what the result of TMO versus Revan was. I think Revan must have won.
Honestly, couldn't say, but this is certainly an unpredictable map.
And
Rubiano with a 59
yes,
in warm-up.
59 in warm-up already. From what I can read in the chat, I think that TMO are not very positive about their chances. Garfovsky says he doesn't like the track, or at least that's what I gather from his words. And Panoramix says that they might score a point or two. We shall see. I am still expecting a lot of a fight because you can never forget about guys like Garfield and Oxyde, especially on Trackmania regional environments, of which Snow is one.
Yep.
And it is round 2 of the warm-up. I think we're going to actually start after only 2 warm-up rounds.
Wow.
This is insane.
Make a note about the environment name here. Lots of people call it Snow. Some of us old-timers call it Alpine. Part of the reason for that is I think it was just Alpine in the very first Trackmanias. And internally it is still called Alpine. And just in case it's a little confusing, this is obviously from the styling of the environment. It's based on the Japanese Alps rather than the European Alps. I'm not sure if that was an influence on changing the name.
Anyways, the TMO guys are asking for one more warm-up round, and that reminds me that we have an interesting options at the finish, and I can actually prepare my free cam to show it, if I can actually.
Some experimental viewing, spectating.
Where is the finish? This is the jump. Ah, okay. I found it. Ooh, something new on the stream.
We're hoping this is going to give a better view of all the accidents and changes that can happen at this finish, because with those 2 routes,
I'm
quite close in
so
time.
bad with this camera. Okay, I think I've got it. So this is the exit of that tunnel, and this is the fork with the 2 routes. This one to your left is the safer one, and this is the riskier one with the jump. The risk is of course that you can clip this bit,
Edge.
this edge, and ooh, a 59 from Zooz. Yeah,
Ah,
if you do clip that
wow. So,
edge while going down, you can lose up to half a second, I think.
yeah, or it can be worse. It can be disastrous sometimes if it sends you off course. I notice all the CMCs put in 59s there, apart from some slow guy put in a 103. Looks like TMO didn't take warm-up entirely seriously, so kind of hard to tell where they're at right now.
Yes, so we'll have Aru, Neko and Zooz against Garfield, Oxyde and Galba, and the lights are out, and away we go, and Zooz is battling out in front with Oxyde, followed by Aru and Neko. Some interesting lines there, and Oxyde is comfortably ahead on world record pace, not less. Neko is in last position, over 1 second behind the leader. And right now it looks good for TMO, but Zooz is getting into the lead. Ooh, Oxyde crashed. That will be good news for us. So we have Zooz with a bit of a touch, still in first, followed by... Ooh, Aru crashed! This is an interesting round. What's it going to give? I think this is Zooz, Garfovsky, and as you can see on this camera, Zooz clipped that edge, lost a bit of time, and Garfield got ahead. But still, with positions 2, 3 and 4, CMCs take round number 1.
I think that round shows the kind of action we can expect on this map. What a lot of changes and crashes we had in there. Neko with an impressive fight back. He'd been in that position. Brought it back. So here we go into the second round, and Oxyde has lost some time, but not a lot, and he is coming back. And Galba crashes, and so does Neko. So Neko and Galba are going to be fighting over that last place. Where is Oxyde? Oh, so right now is a CMC round, but it's a 10-11 round, so there's only 1 point in it. Who can make the difference? Any crash, any change of position. And they are usefully spaced out. Zooz with a half-second lead, and then Aru half a second behind Garfovsky, but Aru with a really good turn there in the tunnel, and he gets past Garfovsky. Can he make it stick? Oh, he crashes! And that could turn it to CMC still, actually, because Galba's so far behind. Wow, CMC were lucky there.
Yes.
Galba, if Galba had just been on normal pace, that would have been a TMO round.
2 massive crashes from Neko and Aru. Aru definitely taking a lot of risks to take positions. It still paid off because Galba had crashed even more. 112.
Zooz really saved us there.
Yes, he did. In 11-10. Okay, into the third round we go. Aru and Zooz are fighting for the lead. Aru is ahead at the moment, followed by Garfield, Zooz and Neko and Oxyde. Galba is languishing about 0.7 of a second in arrears. This is a close pack from first to fifth. Positions are swapping. A small mistake from Oxyde, a big mistake from Garfield. He will have to take a... Well, he didn't have to respawn, but that cost him a lot of time. So it is Aru from Oxyde from Neko and Zooz, and the guys in front are actually going for the safer route. Nobody failing anything, and it is 3-0 for CMC.
Even that safer route can be messed up quite badly, but not this time. So here we go with CMC with a 3-0 lead on this map right now, which is Unexpected, but of course with a low number of points it can always happen. So right now it is a TMO round. They have positions 1, 3 and 6, but Garfovsky hits the inside of that tunnel and Zooz gets past them. That turns it to a CMC round, but it's super tight, and this could all change the big fight up front. Neko and Oxyde. And oof, Neko has just a slight lead at the moment, but this boost could change everything. Not much really. And Neko slides, so he loses the time. But it is a CMC round still with positions 2, 3, 5. Galba way behind. And Oxyde actually bugs the finish, which lets Neko get past.
And Zooz
Very unlucky just to clip that edge.
and Zooz actually bugged the finish as well, and he lost his position to Garfield by 200th of a second.
Oof.
Still, Neko taking this round was sufficient for us to get another 11-10. But this is close, and Aru seems to be unhappy by that, judging by that smiley. 4-0. CMC are in the lead. Round 5, Neko out in front. Ooh, Zooz and Garfield crashed, but Zooz had to actually respawn. He will have lost a lot of time. Oxyde leading from Aru, from Neko, from Galba. Obviously the two guys who have crashed are a bit too far behind. Let's switch to Neko. Still, Oxyde is untouchable in this round, but CMC players are going to give it all. Neko is closing in. He's getting a good line. Ooh, Oxyde crashed, and that is Neko and Aru first and second. They should just save this because Galba is far enough behind. Aru made a mistake, went extremely safe, still second position, 1-2, enough to get us the map point. And Oxyde actually giving up on the round at all completely.
Yeah, Aru lost a lot of time at the finish there with a couple of mistakes. I thought he was going to be passed, but got away with it. So 5-0 for CMC, so potential map point, well it is map point, potentially ends here. As you've seen, such a crashy map, it can easily be changed, and CMC have been lucky with a couple of 10-11 rounds. So nobody has made a bad mistake so far. Everyone still fighting. At the moment CMC with a very slight edge, but Oxyde is gaining. And who did we lose there? That was Aru. We lost Aru. Not much, he slipped into fourth, but he's back into third already, and he is gaining very slightly on Oxyde. Oxyde gaining on Zooz. These bugs at the finish could change it all. Aru goes safe, but at 1-3, and Neko finishes, and that is a CMC map win, 6-0.
Yes, another 6-0 for CMC. We are looking strong at the moment. We are possibly going to play Island, and I'm going to actually up the volume in game. Well, JJ asking for Rally. I guess we're going to play Rally then.
Okay.
And Zooz is leaving to get his DX tweak work done. I'll put
JJ just kind of took the initiative there. I don't think it was really agreed. He just, let's go Rally. You could have changed it. Just change it to Island. That'll be fine.
JJ probably eager to play a map he actually qualified for, because we had 4 contenders for rally.
That's true.
It was a tough battle, but we will have a full Dutch lineup of Zooz, Aru and JumperJack. And I will need to look it up.
We should just rename Rally Netherlands.
Yes, that is interesting. I don't even know any Dutch rally drivers in real life. Oh, there was some, usually privateer, about a decade ago, but I don't remember what his name is. He wasn't really...
WRC doesn't have a rally in the Netherlands.
No, there was a rally
I don't
driver,
think.
but I don't remember what his name was.
No, I was thinking, yeah, we're just crossing lines on what we're... I'm not sure what the Netherlands would have to offer in terms of rallying experience, but of course the rally environment in Trackmania does have windmills, so there's that. And there is at least one windmill on this map.
Yeah. And this track is ULR3 Lunge or Lose from Black Q. An interesting map, actually.
Yeah, a very popular map. A lot of people really like it.
He was obviously keen to build a map that would be good for rounds but annoying for time attack. I think he succeeded with that, because I find TAing on this track extremely annoying, and yet rounds are pretty fun. Oh, we have Lee from Tep in chat on stream. Hello mate, it's good to see you. We are leading 3-0 at the moment. Oh, wait, what do you mean leading 3-0? We've won, haven't we?
Oh, that's a good point, yeah, because only the first 5 maps count, so... Wow.
Yeah.
Your commentators for this evening are totally on the ball.
That's a bit of a slip
Well,
up, but we got
We're
there.
focused on commentating and driving and adminning, so the odd, unimportant detail can slip past us. Just as Quick slips past me, and oh, I slipped past him at the rocks. Good looking by Quick.
Nice one.
Okay.
So I think 2 warm-up rounds should be enough. Especially since the match has already been decided.
No. Galba saying he's trying Cam 4 for the first time. I think.
Yeah, I've been reading about Cam 4 recently, and I think I'm going to try it soon.
I tried it. It is interesting. I can see the advantages, but I think within 2 rounds I was dizzy. So I'll take some getting used to.
Okay, so it is Garfield, Oxyde and Galba against Zooz, Aru and JJ, or JumperJack. And we're already into the first round. Zooz is failing the start as per usual. He really is struggling to get through that start with cars on. Oxyde is leading from Galba, from Aru and JumperJack. And Zooz has to make a comeback. We did look good in the warm-up. Let's see how we stack up against some real rally pros, like the legend himself, Oxyde, and Garfovsky, an up-and-coming... well, can we say a future rally legend? Maybe. We have Oxyde from Aru, from Garfield, from JJ, and Zooz is in 5th position, looking to get ahead of JJ, but that is not going to be very useful unless something is going to happen ahead, and that is either Oxyde or Garfovsky should make some massive mistakes, because I don't see any way into this round for us, and no, we won't get it, and Zooz actually failed. And Oxyde with a 1:11.74 did it top 6 in rounds. Good start from him.
Yeah, that's really putting a stamp on it, isn't it? Oxyde showing his supreme speed on rally. And yes, so TMO are up 1-0 as we go into round 2. And TMO with an early lead, slim lead, but JumperJack is chasing them down. And goes past Garfovsky. Can he hold on to it? And Zooz also coming up to Garfovsky and goes past him. Slightly different lines here at the tunnel entrance. JJ and Zooz taking the wall hit. Oxyde preferring to not take the wall hit. Just different strategies. At the moment it is a CMC round with positions 1, 3, 5, but Oxyde goes past with JumperJack, goes onto the grass and loses some time. And Oxyde goes into first. And that at the moment makes it a TMO round. 1-3-6 positions. But that's at 10-11, so anything could change it as Zooz makes up some time on Oxyde. Oxyde taps the brakes briefly before going over the engine killer. Zooz hits the inside of the grass, and TMO, I thought they were going to have a 1-2, but Zooz actually pipped Garfovsky. Even though he'd hit the rocks, he had just enough speed to get a 100th of a second ahead. But nevertheless, that was a TMO round, 2-0.
Yes, a good performance, and I think we forgot to talk about controllers used by the players. So Oxyde, the rally legend, is using a steering wheel. Garfield is on a joystick. Galba, I think, should be a gamepad user. We don't have any steering wheels on the CMC side. Zooz and JJ are using joysticks, and Aru is on a gamepad. Okay, we're already into the tunnel. Zooz in first. Garfovsky just sneaking into second ahead of JumperJack. And they're followed by Aru, Galba and Oxyde. I didn't see Oxyde crashing, but he must have done just that. And Galba lost a bit of time. So Garfovsky really keen to get that first position. Is successful. Yes, he's ahead of Zooz and will probably stay there by the finish. But at the moment we have 2, 3 and 4. CMC should just go safely through that finish, and they do. A triple 112, positions 2, 3 and 4. That's enough to get us the first round on the board.
Some good low 112s there. Yeah, that makes it a 2-1 for TMO at the moment. So can CMC fight back for this one? Oxyde makes a slight mistake, just takes a bit too much grass and hits the checkpoint, so he's lost a lot of time, and that's a great opportunity for CMC to grab another point. Of course, lots can happen throughout the map. Aru tries to get past Galba and succeeds with a good wall hit, but Galba has a bit more speed, so he could go past again in the tunnel. He does. Can he make it stick? Aru gets it back. That's a tight fight. So at the moment, CMC with 1-3-4 would be a win. Zooz with a slight mistake loses some time. Aru going onto the grass as well, so it's a little bit sloppy. But they do have it. Oxyde is 0.8 behind Aru, and Zooz with a slight mistake. I don't think that's going to be enough for Oxyde to get past. Oxyde actually lost more time, and he tries some kind of weird cut over the hayfield. As CMC with positions 1-3-4 take another point, and that brings us level 2-2.
Yes, and some strong times there. A couple of 112 lows from JJ and Garfield. Not quite as quick from the others. But yes, we are tied at 2 for 2. Round 5, Aru going too wide onto the grass, losing time. JJ and Zooz are out in front, followed by Galba riding that castle wall. That will have cost him a lot of time. Zooz and JJ are leading, closely followed by Garfovsky and Oxyde. Oxyde with a good line through that field, the only one actually not going for the wallbang in the tunnel. Briefly falling down into 4th, but still hanging in there. Riding just on the limit of adhesion. Passing, oh no, it is just oscillating between him and Garfovsky. He's gaining in one corner, losing in another. Zooz is still first, but he made a mistake and that slowed him right down. JJ is in the... Ooh, JJ crashing! He will have to respawn. So Zooz is first. Oxyde right on his toes, on his heels I should say. Who is going to go safer at the finish? That is Oxyde winning the battle. And it is a CMC round loss. TMO take it, because JJ crashed it.
Yeah, just a few too many mistakes from CMC on that round. Easily done. So 3-2 for TMO at the moment. And this is the kind of fighting that we'd like to see. So at the moment, Zooz, followed by Oxyde, followed by Aru, and JumperJack and Garfovsky in a hotly contested fight. And I think JumperJack got a landing bug there that cost him. I think Oxyde might have as well. So Zooz and Aru out front, but Garfovsky goes past Aru, and Oxyde goes past JumperJack. So TMO really fighting here. At the moment it is still a CMC round with 135. But TMO definitely not giving up. They know they're hot on this map. They have the lead in rounds points at the moment. I think they're feeling good. So Galba, unless somebody makes a mistake, Galba is going to be stuck in last position. What's going to happen here at the finish? Oh, this is so tight. And Aru, can he get past there? Zooz, Garfovsky, Aru, and that is a CMC round. Look at the times. 0.2 covering the first 3 drivers.
Yes, and Galba made a mistake, hit those rocks, and he will stop right short of the finish line because...
messes up his stats, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yes, because there's an engine killer block which we forgot to mention, and when your engine is not running, if you crash, you are basically dead. 3 for 3.
Unless you're lucky and you can carry the speed from the crash just enough to get over the finish line.
Yes, he wasn't quite as lucky. Ooh, a lag from Oxyde there. We have Zooz leading from Garfovsky, from Oxyde, who finds himself in second, and then JJ and Aru. Different lines there from Oxyde, Zooz and Garfield. The joystick drivers going for the wallbang, Oxyde opting not to, and not really losing time. This is a good map design which allows for different lines, both of which are viable. Anyway, Zooz is still leading, followed by Oxyde. JJ is getting ahead of Garfovsky, he's in third. That should be a CMC round as things stand. Let's see if anyone is going to make a mess of it at the finish. Zooz is hanging on there, 1:12.01, followed by Oxyde, JJ and Aru. And it is a comfortable round win from CMC, 4-3.
Yeah, we really haven't seen many mistakes there at the finish. It is risky with, as you mentioned, the engine killer and the rocks. There's hard braking at the corner just before the rocks, so it can easily go wrong there. But so far, hopefully not jinxing anybody, so far not much in the way of round-changing accidents there. So, here we are in round 8. The score is 4-3, and Garfovsky takes a useful lead. TMO at the moment, well, they had 1-2, but suddenly CMC have 1-2. And Oxyde fighting back, gets past Aru. But Aru takes it back, and CMC with 1-2-4 at the moment. But you know, Oxyde and Garfovsky and Galba, they are definitely not going to give up. And Galba is actually not far behind Garfovsky, who in turn is not far behind JumperJack. But with Zooz and Aru with a 1-2. Ooh, but Oxyde is, only 0.3 behind, and Zooz makes a mistake. How much can he lose from that? He is, where is he? Garfovsky could go past him, but it's not going to be enough, and that is a 1-3-4 as Galba goes for the safe and slower finish to make sure he gets a point. Wouldn't have made a difference on this round, and that is 5-3 for CMC, and suddenly it is map point.
Yes, 5-3 map point. Galba saying that his onboard log for round 18 says the grass is slower, he must have run wide. And in round 9, Oxyde is leading about a tenth ahead of, almost 3/10 ahead of JJ, followed by Garfovsky, Aru and Zooz. Galba must have had a big crash. JJ with an interesting line, but he got sucked into that tunnel wall, because obviously walls on rally have suction like Henry the Hoover. And then TMO drivers are still first and second, but Aru is in hot pursuit of Oxyde. He's staying close, but Oxyde not giving up. Still 1-2 for TMO, unless somebody makes a big mistake from the TMO drivers. This is probably going to go their way. Still 1-2, followed by 3 CMC players, and Galba about 7 seconds behind. Yes, it is a 1-2. TMO take another round, 5-4.
Okay, so we get another round, and Henry the Hoover is going to get another chance to show off. We'll see. The walls do seem to have some kind of attraction. Actual properties are not well known. Perhaps it's magnetic, perhaps it is a vacuum, as you say. Or maybe it's just Nadeo coding. I speculate actually there is a gutter at the edge, but I'm really not sure. I haven't checked that out. Anyway, here we go, and it is 5-4, but potentially the last round we will see if CMC take it. It would be, but Aru makes a mistake. Not enough for Galba to catch up. So it is at the moment a CMC round. As Zooz gets past Oxyde. And JumperJack threatening to go past Garfovsky. Zooz goes onto the grass. He's lost a bunch of time. And suddenly TMO are in 1-2, and it is their round at the moment. JumperJack's gonna fight, but he's gonna need a mistake from one of the TMO drivers. If TMO just drive it safe, they should be able to take this round. So the brake for the engine killer. Engine's off. Brake into this corner, and they miss the rocks, and they take a 1-2.
Yes.
And it is 5-5, and we are going into probably the last round, unless there is a draw round, which can happen. But
yeah. Yes, I just wanted to say final round, but you never know. We've already seen stranger things during just this league. Okay, potentially last round. If any team manages to win it, they win the map. Nobody apart from Galba making any significant mistakes at the start. Zooz is ahead, followed by Oxyde, JumperJack, Garfovsky and Arrow. I think somebody must have had a... Ooh, that was a bad one from Oxyde. He must have been sucked into that wall. He's in third position. He crashes. Loses a lot of time, which puts CMC's into positions 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Just as I say that, Arrow and JJ make mistakes and let Garfield through. Will they fight back? They are trying. But Zooz is over 1 second ahead. Well, he's behind Oxyde, but he has completely given up on this round. So yeah, Zooz is continuing to lead, not destabilized by Oxyde. Arrow is fighting for that second position with Garfovsky. Will he take it? No, he won't, only just. And Zooz actually got a 1:11, 6-5. What an incredible match.
That was a bizarre choice from Oxyde. I mean, I wonder what happened to him. I didn't think he'd lost that much time that he just effectively gave up on the round.
Yes, he had given up.
So Garfovsky actually leading on driver points there with 48 to Zooz's 47, but Oxyde had the fastest time, a 1:11.74.
And then Oxyde was third in points, followed by Arrow and JJ. But Galba only 14 points. Really not able to keep up with the others. Okay, Island now. I am going to drive it, so you're not going to hear any commentary. I am sorry.
Yeah, just to emphasize that during Island, so that Forgotten can focus on driving, neither of us will be commentating, but it is for Island only. After this, we will continue commentary for a further 2 maps. See how much warm-up we're going for here. TMO have settled on their lineup. That seems fair to me. Alright, well, good luck, have fun, and hopefully we have 3 people in the lineup. So, Zooz, Forgotten, Quiksilver versus, I think, Toyeca, Oxyde and Garfovsky? Not sure. TMO have, but we will see. And the good luck, have funds have gone in, and we're off. Unless there's network lag. Here we go. Quiksilver with a risky bounce off the finish post, gets away with it. And Zooz with a 57, very impressive. Another 1-2 for Zooz and Quick. That was tight with Quick and Garfovsky on the finish line. Forgotten closing in close behind. CMC round. That is 3-0. Quiksilver had a close fight with Zooz, but just wanted too much and slid out. Still came in fourth, pretty good. Zooz with a low 58. Zooz, Forgotten, Quiksilver. So CMC 1-2-3 there, and 4-0. Zooz with another 57. He's working on his stats. Garfovsky just misses out on setting a new Dedimania time, personal Dedimania time, rounds by 300ths of a second. For CMC, Forgotten, Quiksilver, Zooz in positions 2, 3, 4, take another point, and it is potentially a map point.
Fuck.
Forgotten snipes it to take the final point! Unbelievable!
Well, that was interesting.
That was unexpected. I thought TMO had a point there. Wow.
I completely ballsed up at last round.
Well, it's classic. You don't give up. You keep racing as best you can, and you never know. You know, you might make up that 1 point, and that 1 point might be enough to make the difference. And in that case, it did.
I didn't even know that it would make any difference.
Well,
Hey,
how's your heart?
let me check. Fast, but not too fast. Well, I don't know. Obviously TMO weren't too motivated. They're leaving and they're not going to play Bay and Desert from the looks of it.
Ah, that's unexpected.
I just can't drive that map in a match. Yeah, I think I've got a couple of 58s, maybe one. Maybe I'm lying. But out of 6, I completely ballsed up the first one. I flew off and had to respawn. And I just went a bit too TA at the end.
Well, yeah, possibly we can organize an impromptu match. I'm sure we can organize some kind of 3v3. What should we do?
Well, I think we should see what we've got. It was...
We do have...
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, yeah, we do have at least 6 drivers. And I think JumperJack should also be here, so... it would make 7. Maybe Toyeca, maybe we can even do a 4v4 at this rate. If some of TMO are back.
Okay, so we have a 5-0 from for CMC. We have got the 3rd place in this league. It was 6-0, sorry, on every map apart from Rally, which went down to the wire, 6-5, but we took it. Now Garfovsky leaves again.
Okay, well...
Well, that is definitely a conclusion of this match. Oh yeah, CMC
Oxyde might drive.
CMC 3rd place in United League Reborn 3. 1st and 2nd to be decided between Revan and Trezen. And yeah, that was it for us for this league, I guess. I'm going to stream the 2nd part of Revan vs Trezen, which will be played on Tuesday. I'm obviously too late for the first part, which is being played right now. And yeah, that is definitely it. Do you have anything else to say for the viewers, if there are any left?
Thank you for watching. I'm going to give a shout out to the admins and mappers again, who've managed to create a very successful league for us. Of course, on the stream all we see are the drivers for the most part, but there are definitely people working behind the scenes sorting out other things.
Yes. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thanks to the people who organized this league. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.